The headlines may say this ISM services report that we got today was kind of boring, and to be honest, it was relatively flat for the month. It's Thursday, September 5th, and this is Markets with Megan. I'm coming to you today to discuss the ISM services report that we received this morning. And we know that a lot of people don't focus too much on this report, but here in our group, we love to look at this report. Why is that? It's because this is where most of the economic growth is generated. Consumers spend most of their money on services, not goods. So while the manufacturing report that came out earlier this week showed that we continue to contract on the manufacturing sector, the service side has actually held in pretty steady. We saw in the month of August that we've been now back in expansion territory, which is a level above 50. We reached a low in this index back in June, but we've been consistently moving right around a little above that expansion territory. So it means this service side of the economy is holding its own. Why do we really like this report? Because one of the areas that we talk about consistently, and we know that the Federal Reserve is looking at, is the prices paid component. This is an inflation indicator. And we have often talked about how inflation is moving towards the Fed's target. It's going to give them the flexibility to cut interest rates in a couple weeks. But they have to be very careful because service prices, where we spend the most of our money, are still growing at uncomfortably high levels and well above the level of wages. Now, if you look at this report, there's a component in it for prices paid. Prices paid jumped up to 57.3. It's the second consecutive month that this has been moving higher, and a level approaching 60 is worrisome, and it should be something gaining the Fed's attention. We also saw some weakness in the employment component. It was 1 month, because if you look through this whole year, the employment component in the service side of the economy, it's up 1 month, it's down 1 month, it's up 1 month, it's down 1 month. We're going to get more information about that tomorrow in the labor report. So that's all we have today for the service side. Service side of the economy is holding its own, but the prices paid is something we have to be very careful of, and what markets should not ignore and the Fed should not ignore as well. We'll be back tomorrow with the much anticipated employment report that we'll get for the month of August. If you like these podcasts, please hit the like button, subscribe, hit that alarm bell. And if you want a full detailed library of our podcasts, please go to marketswithmegan.fm. Thank you.